and her last record sold more than Lady Gaga and Beyonce. The incomparable Susan Boyle, performing on our stage. This is Piers Tonight. My next guest absolutely blew me away from the first note she sang, and she'll do it again tonight when she sings here, the incredible Susan Boyle, coming up.
Dream schemes and circus crowds have looked at life.
Susan Boyle burst onto the scene 2 years ago on Britain's Got Talent. No one expected much. When she opened her mouth to sing, wow. I was a judge that night, and it was one of the most extraordinary things I've ever witnessed. Susan's voice captivated all of us, and then the whole world. Her first album went to #1 globally. Her second also went to #1 globally. She sold 14 million copies in 14 months. And her third, Someone to Watch Over Me, is released this week and is already riding high up the charts. Susan, welcome.
Hello.
Who would have thought 2 years ago that you and I would be sitting here in Hollywood from a position where you were a complete unknown, coming on this talent show, hoping for the best, not knowing what would happen, and now you're 15 million albums later. Can you believe it?
It's still pretty much surreal.
Well, you did do an interview with my predecessor, Larry King, and the reason I know that is that I also appeared on it, and we have a clip to play you. This is before this is before the end of Britain's Got Talent. So you'd already done the audition, which had gone around the world, but you hadn't actually got to the final yet. Let's watch a bit of this. And I'd like to say, Susan, I was very touched by the very flattering remarks you made about me in the newspapers at the weekend, which did not go unnoticed, particularly as you chose me over Simon as your potential suitor. And I would like to extend an invitation to you to have dinner with me in London, Susan.
I accept. Oh, my God.
We've never actually had our dinner date, have we? I still owe you that dinner. What do you think? When you look at yourself back then, what do you think?
I think, oh, my God, what a prat.
Now, I've got a bone to pick with you, because despite our ongoing frisson, I think is the best way of describing it, I had to turn on a rival show the other morning, and I witnessed a scene that I wasn't happy about, Susan. I'm going to play this to you, and then remonstrate with you afterwards.
Not pushing that one. And we're going to get a real live performance from Susan Boyle, and she's going to sing a little later, too.
Maybe a duet the way this thing is going.
What was there? Hey, we're going to get
What the hell are you doing with Bill Cosby? I thought I was the man in your life.
Aha! Will all be revealed later, my dear.
I mean, I love watching that, because apart from the fact you seem so relaxed, the fact that you're just cavorting with one of the most famous television stars of all time, again, you must feel like pinching yourself, don't you?
Well, still get that fact. He's a lovely man. A nice guy. He's a nice guy. Let yourself.
Yeah,
Let
I don't want to get into a battle with Bill Cosby.
You don't.
I would lose.
Oh, shame.
Tell me about the new album.
The new album is Someone to Watch Over Me. It's a reflective album consisting of a variety of songs to suit all ages.
I know your manager very well. He's a lovely guy, and he's taken great care of you. And he said to me, I think after the first album being #1 all around the world, he said, the really interesting thing about Susan, unlike everyone he worked with, from George Michael onwards, all the great singers he's worked with, is that you had no knowledge of or interest in how many records you'd sold or how much money you'd made. It just didn't interest you.
I just love the job too much.
Do you know now? I mean, do you ever look at charts? Do you ever ask how you're doing?
Every artist does have that wee bit where they'd like to be the best, I think.
So you've now got a little bit more competitive, have you?
It's the name of the game.
Because at the moment, you're in a head-to-head battle, I think, with Justin Bieber.
He's a lovely boy.
Yeah, but you want to take him down, don't you?
He's a lovely boy.
Come on, Susan.
He's a lovely boy. I'm not going to commit myself.
Written in your eyes there. You're about to say, I'm going to smack down the Bieber boy.
He's a lovely boy. He's got a good Great voice, lovely person. I'd love to adopt him, actually. He's a good boy.
You know, adopt him. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll adopt him. Why not?
Quite adoptable, isn't he?
He's lovable. He's
Yeah.
lovable.
So if he's watching, you would happily take him under your wing.
Yeah, got a banter with him. There you go.
I mean, you grew up in this little village in Scotland. Not many people lived there. It was not, as people like to say, an unhappy upbringing. You were very happy, actually, for most of your life before you came on Britain's Got Talent. We've discussed that. But
Still am.
Yeah, and the key person in your life was your mother, who very sadly died really before she saw any of this. What do you think? What would your mother have made of this, do you think?
Now, that was a bit of a tricky one. But she probably would have said, stop all the nonsense and just get on with it. That's what she should have said.
What were the values she taught you?
Christian values. How to put yourself in other people's shoes. And how to give of your best. Even when things are really tough.
Well, you certainly did that. And you went to Britain's Got Talent. And after the break, I want to show you the clip that the whole world watched. The famous audition clip where I was there, and I'll be honest, laughing at you. But I wasn't laughing once you began to sing. You had the last laugh.
Little devil. What you like, little devil?